Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hello.
CattaBlah Games. So yeah, we're continuing on with Half-Life 2 here, and just hanging out with my bug bros. Yeah, we're still kind of talking about, some of our favorite games. Dustin was talking about his Tales games still. Really like those.
Games have changed. Like, and we've talked about this before, where games aren't super story focused anymore.
No, not tons.
And I very, very much dislike that. Like, even games that say,
Not getting through. Shit.
oh, we're super story focused, like Fallout 4.
Uh-huh.
I hate Fallout. Yeah. I don't know what... If it takes me days upon days to get to the next point in the story with no development, that's not a story game to me.
And we were also talking about before how I wasn't really a fan of games that are just like wide open
No.
and you just go do whatever you want. Like we both agree we like kind of more games that are just on a straight line. Like here's what you got to do, and go to the next place and do this now.
Yeah.
Like where the story is just, it's directly driven by one thing or another, and it's not here's the start point, here's the end point, you just do whatever the fuck you want in between.
Because I nearly get fucking anxiety playing those goddamn games.
Well, there's so many side quests and shit that you have to do. It's like, because I'm kind of a completionist myself, where I like to get everything done.
Yeah.
And games where there's too much of that
Yeah.
is a fucking nightmare, because you're like, I'm never gonna finish all this, and then I just quit playing the game.
Yeah. Now if it was different, the problem with games like Fallout and whatnot is, you're traveling across the map. If you want to make it open world, that's cool and all, but when every single mission is the same fucking thing, go to this plant, drain this water. Oh, these things are gonna pop up. They're hard to kill. Kill them.
Yeah.
Press this button on this computer. Okay, that drained the water. And every single one of the side quests were that. And it didn't matter what you do. You're walking. This robot approaches you, and all of a sudden you got this.
Jesus Christmas!
What? You got this side quest. It's gonna take you 2 days to complete.
Yeah.
Just no.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those. Oh, I have to do that whole thing. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I fully agree. Is there? Oh, can I get them before they get to that gun?
Because that's what games back in the day were, where they were very story focused, very character driven. They got you attached to the characters.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time. Oh, actually, I do. Playing a game and you actually get attached to the characters. God of War is the first game that I've played in I don't even know how long.
The new one?
Yeah.
The new one was so good.
But it was linear. There were some side things you could do.
Yeah.
But it was in a very enclosed area.
Yeah.
Like Lake of Nine, where you've got this circle and all these things you can do before you do the main. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But it's not a giant open fucking map.
Yeah. And I just thought that, I like what they did with Kratos, the way that they changed his character, made him more, relatable.
Yeah.
He's a dad looking out for his son, and the only way he kind of knows how, kind of deal.
Boy.
Yeah, exactly. God of boy. And I don't know, just the graphics and the story were just awesome, I think.
Yeah.
Really good.
But that was the first game in how long that they've done a game like that. It's always these Fallouts, these Skyrims, it's went towards that, and they can be fun, but at the same time, for somebody who's got full-time job, extracurricular activities, hobbies outside of gaming, I have no fucking time to spend months on a game, and that's if you played it solid.
Yeah. And if you want to get everything done.
Yeah. I'm not going to spend a year on a game. Just not. I used to, but I have adult responsibilities now. I
don't know. I really liked the old games where there was just clear goals, and I don't know, there was a lot of cool shit to do.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the things I liked about Final Fantasy VI was yeah, you could go through and miss a lot of stuff, but like the extra stuff didn't take you a ton of time. Like at the, I don't know if anybody's ever played it, but there's like some a bunch of extra characters and shit you can get, and you kind of, you get them as the story goes along.
Yeah.
And then something happens and you lose them all, and then you got to go find them all again. And you can beat the game without finding all of them, or you can go and get every character again, and they each have their own little story of what happened to them and how you get them back again. It was just, I don't know, it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was a really cool game. And then you can make your team any 4 out of like, I don't know, there was like 30 characters maybe? So like it was very customizable, I guess you could say. Just because like the game will be totally different, and the way you do things are totally different based on the characters you bring.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. Oh fuck, that was close. I don't know. That one was definitely one of my all-time favorite. Oh, really?
And like, don't get me wrong. I know people love the open world games, and there's some people that do.
Oh yeah, everybody likes their own style game.
But I've heard from a lot of different people that the reason why they don't game anymore is because people think that we all want these open world games. And the people that I talk to are people with families and people with careers. You know, they just want a game where they can make pretty good progression in the game by only being able to play like maybe 3-4 hours a week.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know, like I feel like game like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like when that came out, like it's a very good game. Like the graphics are great, a lot of the mechanics are really awesome.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it gives me anxiety just all the things that you can do. And come on, you motherfucker. And almost kind of have to do.
Yeah. Like I have that game and I've played it a lot, but the same thing. I had to quit eventually because I would start in one place on the map, I would walk up, move like 20 steps over, and go the exact opposite way on the map, just so I didn't fucking miss anything.
Yeah, the map is so huge too. If you want to uncover everything, it takes forever.
And being a completionist and like really OCD about that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop until I've completed everything. So I don't play those games.
Yeah.
Because they'll take over my life. That's why.
And just take forever. Like I don't want to. Like just thinking about taking, You could beat the game in however many, a couple hours, or you can beat everything in like 800 hours.
Yeah.
That's ugh. Just the thought of it makes me sick.
Well, because if I beat the game in 8 hours and I know that I missed everything, I feel like I didn't get the game that I paid for.
Yeah, exactly. Go get 'em, boys. Where? Oh, really? This part's a bit of a pain in the tooth. Oh, you're a terrible shot, aren't you? Yeah, so you try and leave your boys to take these guys, because you can get your ass kicked. But it's also I have to beat another one of those flying ships.
Oh.
Those are always a pain. Oh, hey. Oh, are they getting them? Excellent. Oh, get them, boys! And it's nice that they can fly, too. So they can get even guys up in the towers. Where did he throw that? Yeah, I don't, like... I mean, I guess Odyssey was probably the last game that I put a lot of time into.
Yeah. That game is borderline on the edge for me of being able to play it or not.
Well, there is so much. Like, if you want to collect all the stuff,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. It takes so long. Like, yeah. I put a lot of hours into that game, and there's still a lot of stuff that I have to do if I wanted to finish it completely. Oh, fuck. Get him, boys! I got him. What the fuck was that? So yeah, that is our talk about games.
Well, the other game developers are doing two things right now. They're developing these open world games, A lot of times they're failing because they're too open world. Like, what the hell was the name of that space game that just had all the lawsuits and stuff against it? It's a
space game.
Oh, fuck.
Not sure if I know what you're talking.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
You don't know it?
I don't know if I do.
They were boasting about it for 2 years. How, you know, it's an infinite universe. It's all AI. If you land on a planet, the chances of you running into another player are so slim because of how infinite the universe is, and then that the planets all populate based on an algorithm, so no planet is the same.
Yeah.
They don't actually develop the planets. Well, people were like beating it right away, finding the same planets, and you couldn't interact with other players and whatnot. So it just got shit on because there was no story direction at all.
Okay.
The end of the game was literally you get to the center of the universe, there's a bright light that happens, and then it restarts you on another planet.
Oh, that's lame.
Right? And they're like, well, the game's not meant to be beat. It's all about exploration. And
people want to beat a game!
Yeah, it's an open sandbox game.
Oh, Jesus, Christmas! I didn't realize I was getting my fucking ass kicked from up there. The hell have my bros been
Oh, fuck.
What have my bros been doing this whole time?
But that's where games have gone towards. It's either that, or they're developing games that they want to be esports. Everybody's trying to suck on the esports team.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And I don't know, I feel like there's not a lot of games that have the right formula to be a good esport.
No.
Like, it's a hard thing to do. Because, like, it's really hard to make a game that can be balanced enough that it will be viable as an esport. And also fun to watch. Like, it's not going to be an esport unless it's fun to watch, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Finding the right formula is really hard. Like, League of Legends did it very well, and I feel like a lot of other games have tried and just not been able to do the same thing.
No. But then, you know, something big like League of Legends happened, or the recent one, not PUBG.
Fortnite.
Fortnite has done very, very well, and now everybody's putting their resources into creating these King of the Hill type games.
Yeah, I hate how everybody just, like, one game works, so then they all try and copy that.
Exactly. There's no...
It's like, make your own fucking game. You don't...
Yeah.
Not every game has to be like, oh, well, one game is popular, so now all the games have to be like that one game.
So in the mix of those two things, not a lot of innovation is being done anymore. And the people like you and I who like story-driven games were left in the dust.
Yeah.
They don't care about us anymore.
Get the fuck out of my way, bitch. Yeah, I miss a good story game.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if they just, like, remade Final Fantasy III, I'd buy it.
They have.
Well, not for the DS.
Not...
Like, I'm talking, like, if they put it on a system.
Yeah.
I would absolutely buy that. And I'd probably... What the fuck? Jesus! And I'd probably put a lot of hours into it.
Yeah.
Just because, like, that's... You know, that's what I used to do. Those were my games. Oh, fuck. God, this part sucks. Weens. Oh, really? That was lame. For fuck's sakes.
There's actually a game coming out soon that, well, if anybody agrees with us, you should play it. You ever played Dragon Quest?
I never played any of those. I looked at them a bunch of times. I never actually ended up playing any of them, though.
This is the first real one that's a part of the actual Dragon Quest. So Dragon Quest 11. The last one was like 10 years ago. At least. So they're coming out with a brand new one, and it looks exactly the same. And you know, I loved the one on the GameCube. Played that one for a long, long time, and it kind of had this similar feel to Arcadia, where you know you're building your own town and stuff like that.
Yeah,
yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's coming to the Switch.
It's coming to the Switch. Interesting. Yeah, see, that's what I've been looking for. It's like, there's only been just like a handful of big titles. Oh, where the fuck is the... for the Switch that have come out. Like, obviously there was Breath of the Wild, there was Mario Odyssey, there was... blah, 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 blah. What else am I thinking? There's another one there was another big one that came out, wasn't there?
Well, Skyrim and Dark Souls Remastered.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Where the hell was the pipe for that? I don't know, whatever.
There hasn't been a lot of games for it.
No, not big titles, not ones that I would want to play anyways.
E3 is going to be interesting this year, because the two big titles for the Switch are going to be Dragon Quest and the new Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that's one I want to play too.
Not the Go Eevee Go or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh yeah, the kind of interim one that they're gonna come out with.
The side project, but the new title for the Switch, because apparently they've been working on it before the Switch came out, and if they follow their same formula and blowing people away with like Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, I have a feeling that this Pokemon game is gonna be intense.
I hope so. Like, I've just been looking for another big title that, that I want to actually play. Yeah. Because I don't know, I haven't... Wait, what?
I think there was a crab or something. Oh, yeah.
You little bastard.
I'm not sure if you like the Metroid games, but there's a new Metroid Prime coming out for the Switch as well.
Okay.
So that's going to be huge.
Get out of here. Yeah. There's a bunch of these dudes. You get to set up auto turrets in here, which is really cool.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, your bros can get in here too. So yeah, okay, we'll finish the episode here, and we will see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.